Stevon NextLevel Mindset, bringing you another powerful and positive video. I want to share with you my 3 top ways to conquer fear. Overcome it and break through. Overcome it and do what you have to do. And if you stay with me all the way through to the end, I've got an extra bonus PowerPoint I want to share. You do not want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it. So we're talking about fear. What is fear and what has it done for you? And what is my experience with it? I'm going to share some things that have powered me through. These things work for me. I know they will work for you as well. So my first top way to deal with fear is to not look at it as being without fear, not trying to live without fear. I tried to live without fear for so long, but I've learned to live with it and break through with it. To not try to live life without having fear, but to move on in spite of the fear. There were times in my life where I allowed fear to stop me from making those decisions, choices, breaking through in my life. I like to say we win some and we may learn some, and we never lose as long as we're learning. The things that used to cause me to fail, now I learn through those failures. Think about that in your life. What if we got to the point where we didn't try to live without fear, but we moved on even in spite of the fear? And that's what has helped me in my life. Building that courage up, going on in spite of it all. Even through what appears to be failure. One of my affirmations says, I use each setback as a stepping stone. I use what appears to be failure and I learn what doesn't work and what does. The next time you think about trying to overcome fear, you don't even have to look at it as trying anymore. Look at it as having that fear but moving on in spite of it. Feel the fear but doing it anyway. That's the first thing that helped me. The top way to overcome fear, to conquer that fear. Break out and do what you have to do. Don't try to live without the fear, but do it anyway, because you're going to find out that it's just a bluff. It's just false evidence appearing real. And we're going to talk more about acronyms coming up. The second top way to make sure you conquer fear is to start with something small. That's what I had to do in my life, even in your career. Maybe it's your ambition. Maybe it's a small business. One thing that has helped me is to start with something small and give my opportunity, just like a muscle builder. When you see him working out in the gym, you may be a gymnast yourself. Working out, you always start with something that you can work with, something you can handle, those small problems, building small solutions. Start with something small first. When it comes to overcoming fear, sharing your story. Some of you have a powerful testimony. When you first start to talk about it, you're not going to want to share it all. You're going to want to share a portion of it. Maybe a small experience of what the Spirit of God within you, that power of faith, you overcame a fear. Let me know in the comments what some fears that you have overcome. But just start with something small, and that will help you to get to those bigger things. A small accomplishment that you can start with. I remember when I was first putting my book together, I had 2 books that I had already written, the manuscript already set out, but I had to start with something small. So I started with a small 8-page booklet, how to start working from home. And I went out and started selling that, started with something small. So think about that in your life. Now I have my own books that you can check out with the links in the description. I have 2 books that I have written and completed, but they didn't start just that way. They started as a small idea in my mind. So take that in your life. Start with something small first that will help you to break through that fear, to take your life to the next level. And if you're part of the family, you already know that's how we like to do it to get it done. We want to go to the next level in everything that we do. Top ways to break through, overcome fear, start with something small. Before I go to this next one, just want to take some time, show some love for all my family, my subscribers, my family viewers. You coming in, thank you so much. The cash app, the donations, even the merchandise, it all adds up, so appreciate it. If this is your first time, great music, entertainment, inspiration, motivation, subscribe. We would love to have you as a part of this community. So the third top way that I've used to break through and overcome fear, something that seems to be impossible. I set an impossible goal on purpose. Think about that in your life. Even Tom Cruise with his new movie coming out. Let me know in the comment section, have you checked out his new movie? I did some research on him and how he started overcoming those fears, taking his life to the next level as well. So think about that. I started to make impossible, what seemed to be impossible goals, I started to set them on purpose. And we all have something that we could do. Even in your life, somebody that you have in your life, a connection. We have those levels where we can overcome with courage. Overcome that fear. Create you an acronym with it. One of mine is facing every area realistically. FEAR. You've heard of false evidence appearing real. Come up with your own acronyms about it, helping you to do the impossible. So that's what I've learned to do in my life. I've learned to set quantum leap goals. Goals that seems to be impossible with man, but with God, all things are possible. And if you know what I'm talking about, nothing is impossible when we put our minds to it. We can do anything we put our minds to. I was the one that was always out there doing backflips. There was fear, just like I talked about in that first point. But I was able to move past it, take the risk, and have that type of fun. So it's something that you can set an impossible goal, but you know by faith the power of God within you, that great I am. You know that the spirit of the universe is on your side, doing what you think is impossible. That has helped me. What I've learned in my life, in my journey, I've learned that it's all about a mindset, doing better, striving to improve, not about perfection, because I allowed a perfection to stop me a long time, even having the fear that it's not going to be perfect. I learned to live with that and know that it's never going to be perfect in this dimension. It can only be excellent and outstanding. So setting an impossible goal on purpose, knowing that I can do all things through the Spirit of God within me, that I am. Now, I do have some extra bonus PowerPoints that I want to share with you. First, I've got to tell you about my brand new upcoming single, God's Time. Check it out. There's a little bit of it playing right there. You can get a free copy of that. Go to takeittothealtarmusic.com. Leave us your email. You can get a free copy of my new single, God's Time. So do that on that site with the links in the description. If you've enjoyed this so far, do me a favor, hit that like button. The algorithm signal will let others know this video, this video. It'll let them know it's worth watching if you hit the like button. Thank you. So this first extra bonus PowerPoint that I want to share with you, it deals with the idea of having that fear in your life. Even the great masters, even God himself through Jesus had to face those fears when he was in the garden. Every great master, every successful person, we've all had to go through it. We all will continue to go through it. And it's all about knowing that you're not alone. That's the one thing I want to let you know. You're never alone in those fears that you face. When you break through it, call the bluff on it. It's already done in your mind. You saw it by faith. The accomplishment that you saw by faith was already done. So you broke through that fear just like anybody else. So that's the first extra bonus I want to share. Everybody has gone through it. You're never alone, and you will always have those type of feelings in your life, but you can pass through them and do what you have to do in your life. The second bonus PowerPoint that I want to share with you, it deals with the idea of this mandate that we have going on. I don't know what time you're living in this, but you're going to have some mandates. You're going to have restrictions in your life. They're going to be some who will want you to be afraid. They will want you to be in fear. They're not going to want you to speak up and speak your truth and your power, meaning so much. And one of the things that I've realized in my life, in my journey, the more I grow, the more I evolve. Shout out to all of you next level lights out there. You're waking up to a whole new level of God within you. You're waking up to a whole new level of sovereignty, individual sovereignty, knowing that we are the masters of our fate. And the more that I begin to realize, there are going to be some who come against you. They're going to want to speak against you. They're not going to want you to express your individuality. You got to be able to say that this is your life. I want you to check out this video right here talking about your life, your power, and your choice. I think that would be a great video for you to watch next. So check that out. You'll see me over there. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more just like this. Grab some product with my links in the description. Stay blessed. Stay positive. I'll see you on the next level. Peace.